Hey guys, we are now live. We are now live. Make sure y'all hit that like button on the way in. Hit the like button. There's a lot going on in the YouTube streets. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. I will also be going live today at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Um, this is usually my brief live that I do with you guys early day, but tonight I will be going live at 7 p.m. as well. So as y'all come in, make sure y'all hit that like button and we will begin. We will begin. So welcome to the ones that are here now. As a lot of you guys know, Blueface called Chrisean Rock, and Chrisean shared the news. A lot of you guys may act like you. I'm gonna let you guys listen in a second, but a lot of you guys act like you don't miss Blueface, which I seen on Instagram. Quite a lot of comments saying that they have to admit that they do miss Blueface, and you guys probably miss Blueface because without Blueface, Chrisean Rock is going to be silent. He dictates policy with everything, every aspect of what goes on in all of these girls' relationships with each other or with him. He dictates policy, and whatever he says goes. I know Karlissa right now. Speaking of Karlissa, this is the topic at hand. She's not mad. I mean, she's not happy with this situation. She's very much so mad because, first and foremost, I think now that I'm getting the backstory, she was mad at Jaidyn Alexis and she used, bringing up that her grandbaby looked just like Javon and Blueface because she was trying to get back at Jaidyn and it backfired. And I'm quite sure she heard that Blueface called Chrisean and not his mama just less than 24 hours ago. So we know Karlissa has been going through some things. I hope things get better for her. Hey, Stacy. Hey there, honey. How are you doing today, sweetheart? I hope you're feeling well and I hope you're having a wonderful day. I am. I definitely am. I was running a little late coming in. I was just finishing up, Stacy, a video that I was editing, and I had kind of sort of got lost at the time. So I said, let me get up on here and do some updates. I will be going live, Stacy, at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you're definitely at that live. We definitely will chop it up some more. But I'm going to do a recap commentary on this 1 o'clock live with the phone call that Blueface had called Chrisean Rock. So you guys can listen to the beginning, the middle, and the end. Usually you guys do that when you're on the live. So I'm going to play that video and I will be back. So let's listen up.
Yeah, go for it.
Hey, Blueface baby here. Alright, man. I joined the Snapchat world. Make sure y'all tune in. Vlog with me, jail vlog, day and night. Let y'all know how I'm feeling, what I'm going through. I do anything.
Well, you heard it from yourself. I'll let you hear further. However, for the ones in the back, Blueface reaches out to Chrisean Rock, and she had to make sure that you knew that was her that was letting you listen to the jailhouse call that he called not even 24 hours ago to prove that he definitely, I guess, is working things out with Chrisean Rock. She has remained that she is holding Blueface down, that he has gave her promises and showed her prior to him getting locked up that they were going to be together and he was going to do the right thing. We don't know whether or not a DNA test was done prior to Blueface having to surrender himself to probation for the probation violation. But one thing is clear, there are things that are going to come to light, like I've been saying, and I can't wait for the outcome. I will further let you listen to what the recording had to say, but I want to read this post that Chrisean first put out, and then she shocked and surprised us with the call We know that they're talking to each other because Wack 100 confirmed that he only talks to 4 people, including Wack 100 himself, Jaidyn Alexis, Chrisean Rock, and Bodine. So that has also been cleared up and confirmed. He does talk to Chrisean Rock, and they are on good terms because why would he be calling from jail her phone if they were beefing? We already know how the pattern of behavior goes. So I'm going to read. I know you guys can see it as I'm talking to you, but I'm just going to read it. Fans say they haven't heard from Chrisean Rock ever since Blueface got locked up. This true? Yeah, cause I'm locked up with him, and he stopped beefing. He got me quiet, and plus the project that's being put out soon is gonna be worth the wait. I'm also putting a show out that revolves around the pro league football team, a different networks reaching out to pick up my show. So, she has remained, I don't care what nobody says, from the test of time when she did appear back on social media after Blueface went to jail, that she, in fact, when she was missing in action for a few weeks, that she was working things out with Blueface. We did see appearances to Blueface more than we did of Chrisean Rock around that time. What was confusing to me, in my opinion, were they together because he was doing shows and so forth and so on with Jaidyn Alexis. However, he was back with Chrisean Rock, was doing things with Jaidyn Alexis, business as usual type thing, and we all thought that he was with Jaidyn Alexis, but that was probably to bring in the ticket sales and to also keep the audience in Blueface's good graces, and not trying to focus on his personal life. So everyone likes the picture to be painted that he was back with his family because he was with Jaidyn Alexis first and he was no longer with Chrisean Rock, but that was further than the truth. Now, I always tell people that we can't always listen to what we hear on social media because what they put on social media is what they want you to know. And even when they share things with you, they don't have to be 100% truthful about their life because it's their life. It should not be mixed in their personal life and business. And they were doing that on the internet and it didn't work out well. Now Blueface does call this a circus. He seems to be amused by it. But low key, I don't think that he is. I think that he's trying to go along with what the audience is getting from this, which is a lot of drama and it's entertainment. But at the end of the day, this is young people with real lives that are going through real life struggles, especially when a man is with 2 women telling each of the women different things. This can, happen. And when you're young and you bring it onto social media, when you put people in your business, they stay in your business. So as far as it, I can see she's not trying to be on social media or messy, even if she's having arguments and disagreements offline with Blueface, repeating what the argument's about, why they're fighting, why they're not getting along, why they're not talking, because she's trying to rebrand herself. She's not trying to be looked at as a ratchet person going forward, which is very understandable. And a lot of people will not pick up on social media influences that are negative. This is why I brought up the Sexy Red situation and her having to surround herself around positive people, places, and things because that can be a reflection on her career going forward. People don't want to put people on their portfolios or on their brand deals, and they are painted in a bad light, especially going forward in the future. A lot of companies, including YouTube, are focus driven around the safety of children. Their COPA laws, they call them, and they have to follow by these laws as well because kids are human just like us. They have to be protected, and we have to protect what they see and what they hear because kids are like sponges. And I'm seeing that Chrisean Rock is aware of all of her legal obligations, her duties to social media, and she has to be responsible going forward of her act, what she does. And that's not to say Chris Rock is not doing her 1-2-1-2 on the weekend or, after she deals with Junior as a mother, but she's not putting all of this mess on social media media, and that's a good thing. So I just wish the best for Chrisean Rock and Blueface. I hope that if Blueface does not make it with Jaidyn Alexis, at least he can co-parent. And if he's not going to be with Chrisean Rock, if he gets out and he sees that it's not going to work with Chrisean Rock, hopefully he can co-parent with her as well. Because the children are what the future is. Those are the ones that are important. These people have lived their lives even though they are young, and they owe it when you bring life into the world to at least give them a better life than what you had, so that generational curses don't continue, because history can repeat itself. So there's nothing we can pretty much say about this situation, that currently Blueface is with Chrisean Rock, and we also have to take into account whether or not that DNA test comes back that is his or not. He has chose to be with Chrisean Rock, and he doesn't care if he already knows that it's not. Let's say, for an example, disclaimer, I'm not saying that it isn't, but if he does know that it's not his, let's just say hypothetically speaking, he chooses to ride with Chrisean Rock. He chooses to be in a relationship with Chrisean Rock, and he chooses, obviously, because kids are a package deal. He chooses to acknowledge Junior as his own and be in a relationship as well with Chrisean Rock, and there's not wrong with that. I think that that's leveling up, and that's becoming a man. Anytime a man can take care of some child that's not his, which in my opinion, I believe that it is his child, that is a one up for me. So going forward, I don't have anything to say bad about Blueface or Chrisean Rock. I'm the type of person, I'm gonna tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. When they're both doing something or individually good or bad, I'm gonna call it out because they are social media influencers and they put it on social media for it to be commentated on. But when they're doing something good, I'm not gonna try to pick and find something horrible to say just because I'm on one side. So let's listen up to this beautiful bean footage.
Um, yeah, go for it.
Hey, Blueface baby here. Alright, man. I joined the Snapchat world. Make sure y'all tune in. Vlog with me, jail vlog, day and night. Let y'all know how I'm feeling, what I'm going through. Ask me anything.
Um, yeah, go for it.
Hey, Blueface baby here. Alright, man. I joined the Snapchat world. Make sure y'all tune in. Vlog with me, jail vlog, day and night. Let y'all know how I'm feeling, what I'm going through. Ask me anything.
So there you have it. He is in contact with Chrisean Rock, and it seems like people are probably mad, especially Wack 100. A lot of things are surfacing that he is bringing up that are, to me, past tense, and he needs to let it go. He needs to learn how to be an adult and build boundaries. He needs to build boundaries to the point where he doesn't have to like Chrisean Rock, but when it comes to business and he has to be around her, he needs to know how to tame, what he feels about her and what he says about her, and calling her out her name. And even when he is around Blueface and Chrisean Rock, getting onto these social media. Hey, Tanya Wells. Hey, sweetie. Getting onto these social media platforms. And then all of a sudden, thank you so much for hitting the like, and getting onto these platforms. And then all of a sudden, he's supposed to be talking about gang activity and who's snitching. And then he's snitching. He's waiting for somebody that's in the interview that's talking about gang activity, who bring up maybe Blueface, how he's doing in jail, and then that gives him the opportunity to talk about Chrisean Rock. Now, whether or not these videos that are surfacing now are surfacing about what Wack 100 has said from the past, if they were never leaked on, or not, I wouldn't even say leaked on, that's giving him Wack 100 too much credit. If he wasn't in podcast talking about something wasn't even relevant to Chrisean Rock, and then someone brings something up about Chrisean Rock in that gang affiliated podcast, or who's snitching on who got football numbers and so on and so forth, that gang activity podcast that he does on a daily basis about what's going on in LA. and stuff like that, he wouldn't be having any platform to talk about Chrisean about. But if he wasn't talking about her, if he just chose to decline talking about her because, he's a man, she's a female, and she's also a young female, and he's a grown man. She's old enough to be his child. These things would not be leaking. So he's purposely waiting for someone to ask him a question about the duo, whether it's Chrisean Rock or Blueface, so it gives him a chance to vent on how he feels about Chrisean Rock. And it's really, really messed up. He knows exactly what he's doing. He knows that people are going to take certain parts, hey, Robin, and they're going to put it onto social media as soon as it has something to do with Chrisean Rock, because it's going to be part of their content, people that cover Chrisean Rock. And they're going to want to get that out to the community, is how he looks at it. That also makes not Blueface, Wack 100, it keeps him in the algorithm. He's trying to get his name out there too. So what better way to get his name out there by, saying mess about, Chrisean Rock and so forth and so on. And hey, Buttercup, and just dragging that girl. It's like, be over with it. You're gonna make money off of the end, when Chrisean Rock and Blueface are back together when he gets out of jail, because you're the manager of Blueface. How are you pocketing money off of their efforts if you don't like Chrisean Rock? I don't see how he even fixes his mouth to have so much bad stuff to say about her. It's like, you said it one time before and just leave it alone. There's enough old information that you have already, made the public aware about Chrisean Rock, that you don't need to still be up here with her name in your mouth. You need to leave it alone. Now, can I ask the people that are in this chat now, did they get their notifications for this live? Can you put a yes or a no if you don't mind? I'll just put like that up in case we're not in sync up here and you get it a little bit late. But things are going to definitely work out for Chrisean. I think she's doing the right thing the way she's going about it. She's okay, you did. That's good, sweetie. She's going about it the right way. Yeah, I'm gonna let you guys go on live today at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I like to do this little live during the day. Okay. Thank you, Tanya. I like to do this like live during the day. I call it like an update live, and also to let you know what's going on, like as far as the late live. That's usually when I stay on there and gather all my information that I got towards the end of the day, and we can just break it down. A lot of you guys are done with, stuff you have to do around the house with the families or with the job, and then we can just chop it up. But I wanted to definitely on today's live just announce to you that Blueface has been in contact with Chrisean Rock. It seems like everything is heading in the right direction. And I don't know why people don't think that it's a good thing when you can do commentary or a live on someone and it's positive news. It always has to be some ratchet drama, news about somebody in order for someone to tune in or for a commentator to talk about it. I like to talk about the good. If that was all that was there to talk about was a good, that would be a great day for me. You know what I'm saying? Positive vibes only. I do update you guys when things do terribly go left, but I also like to update, most importantly, on the good stuff that is happening. And surely, Chrisean Rock will be creeping out of the woods and coming back on the social media in her own due time. And if she comes on the social media when Blueface gets out, that's her right. She needed to take a break anyways. And a lot of people were saying when she was on live talking about her business that she needed to take a break. Now she takes a break and she's still not getting a break. People are still having stuff to say. So I just can't wait for Blueface to get out, which he'll be getting out soon. I have a gut feeling. Sources, say otherwise, but we won't know until that time comes. But a lot of people are saying he's going to get out before July 2nd. But we know if he doesn't get out before July 2nd, he cannot be held any longer, at least in the state of California, up until July 2nd, 2024, no day later. So he will definitely be out this year. And I'm telling you, mark my words. And you might say, well, you don't even know these people. I don't have to know these people to wish good on somebody that's a stranger to me. I think that that's how the world should be. You always want to wish and see the best for people. Life is only what you make it. So this world is considered like a evil and sad place right now, but we can make it a better place if we stop thinking so negative in our heads. If you believe all the time that life's about negativity and people are negative and demonic and devils, then that's just how you're gonna go through life. That's how you're gonna speak when you're in conversations with people, and that's what you're gonna expect people to want to talk about. And sometimes people are not on the same alignment as you, and they don't want to talk about all that drama. They want to talk about the good too, of a bad situation. I think that Sean has came from nothing and she is trying to pave the way. She's trying to do away with the generational curses she is aware of going forward if she doesn't make change, after what she has endured with her mother and father not being good parents to her, that this is history is going to repeat itself. So I'm glad that she's not only was telling us at the beginning of the year there were going to be changes and she wasn't going to be on social media doing what she was doing before, but she not only told us, she's showing us in her actions that she's changing. And I think that's all you can really expect from a person is, baby steps. This is not this is not a sprint, this is a marathon. So, she's not going to do all these sudden wonderful, perfect changes overnight. She didn't get like that overnight. This was a process for Chrisean to get the way she was prior. And it's going to be a process for the present time for her to get into a positive light in a lot of the negative view that we have on Chrisean Rock or Blueface is going to have to take some time to get out of our memory bank what we remember from the past. I think we're gonna start to see a more grown and sexy Chrisean Rock, who's gonna tone down a lot of things. And when she does get upset and she chooses to share that with her community on her lives and so forth and so on, she's gonna pick and choose very wisely the words, how she says things, and what she does going forward. Now, again, Karlissa does play a big part in like what she's going through in her personal life, in my opinion. I think that it backfired is what I definitely want to say on this live. It says so true. And Will said we need a lot more positive in our life. We sure do, Tanya Wells. And I think that it backfired because we just found out a couple of days ago that Karlissa is mad at Jaidyn Alexis. So she said something nice that would be towards Chrisean Rock. It was very questionable. Then it came out why she may have said what she had said. And I had to retract my statement, that not really retract my statement, but it made me wonder what was the real reason why she had said what she said. Like she was admitting that Junior looked like Javon and Blueface. But like I said, only time can tell. Hopefully, Karlissa can start acting like a grandmother and start acting positive and stop, dragging her family on social media. This is just my opinion. These are not me stating the facts that this is what Karlissa is doing. Some people just talk and move that way. But I just hope that in order for change to happen, everybody in the circle that affects the circus, let's call it the circus, just changes for the better. And Karlissa is the matriarch of the family, and she needs to hold herself to higher standards, and then maybe positive things will start looking up for everybody, and everybody will be going into the positive direction mode, because you get more, bees with honey than you do with vinegar. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you're trying to be in this show business, you gotta like really, present yourself, like you're really trying to do your big one. And they're not gonna have people on their portfolios that are just gonna be like a lawsuit waiting to happen. You know what I'm saying? You're up here like putting out false allegations, alleged allegations on people's name and smear campaigns and running people's business, and so forth, just to get, attention, just to get to the bag, just to grow your empire off the efforts of somebody else. That stuff's not cool. But a lot of people need to stop putting batteries in people's back, like Karlissa's back. Her fans are putting a battery in her back and rooting her on to keep doing and saying what she's saying, because some of what she's saying is not cool. But listen, I'm not going to stand here too long. Make sure y'all hit that like button on the way out. I will be going live today at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So make sure you tune in to all of that so we can recap some other things that I need to share with you guys. Love y'all. Stay blessed. And I'm out. Mwah. Love y'all.